Los Fresnos resident David Cardenas served proudly in the U.S. Navy for 8 years, including a station on the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln and overseas in Japan.
Was definitely the best 8 years of my life. The hardest, but definitely the most rewarding.
After transitioning out of the Navy, David found a job to provide for his growing family.
But then I needed more. It just seemed like I kept wanting more growth in my career. So I transitioned to the United States Postal Service, where I worked for about 4 months before the opportunity presented itself to come here.
Leaving a good career with the post office might seem surprising, but David saw his new position with the Texas State Veterans Commission as a unique opportunity.
And as soon as they told me I could work with veterans, it was delightful to hear. So I jumped on it, and I'm loving everything I do. I assist veterans with barriers to employment, homeless veterans, veterans with disabilities, but the larger demographic of veterans that I assist here is usually low income and homeless.
After state agency training to become a certified case manager, David hit the ground running, making connections with organizations who could help his veterans. That led him directly to Goodwill.
He wanted to know what Goodwill does and how we could partner up. We had a meeting and we explained what the program was about. And he said, well, that sounds like something I could try. And I said, that's the best way to be able to present it to veterans is to do it yourself.
David already had basic digital skills, but struggled a bit with the computer software to manage his caseload.
When I started Excel, it was definitely a game changer. It taught me how to conditionally format, it taught me formulas, it taught me how to organize myself a lot better. And I was able to complete the first course, which I earned my certificate in. And I've decided to continue it because I figured if it's helped me this much, I can imagine what the rest of the courses will do.
So his hunger never stopped for growing, and he's unique in the sense that he's not just looking for growth on himself, but rather take it back into the community.
So technology is always going to be a part of something in the majority of fields. So for him to take those steps helps him not only manage his time, manage his cases, to provide better customer service for his clients, right? And then it also comes back to the agency that now he can help other staff utilizing these tools, which is a huge thing.
And so at first it was tough, because I go to school full time. I'm also a husband, a father full time.
We have to recognize that we're dealing with adult learners. Some of the challenges our participants face has to do with balancing home life.
I immediately found myself overwhelmed with the amount of information that I was taking in from the courses because it was all new.
We face that challenge where we have to help them recognize where their opportunities are and help them overcome those barriers, manage their time.
It was a type of mentality where if you fail, we fail, so we're not going to let you fail.
And one thing I've done personally, and I tell my participants often, is don't give up on me because I don't give up on you.
So I'm getting extremely proficient in knocking out the courses, which is what's exciting because now I'm up to maybe 3 courses that I'm looking at instead of just 1 on top of my college courses that I'm already taking.
David's hard work is paying off in his professional development and with his veterans.
Sky's the limit with him, on what potentially he could achieve in this organization. And he's making a huge difference in the veterans that he case manages. I mean, he's helped a lot of individuals obtain employment, obtain training. And I think that's the big thing is you see the passion come out in him when he does this stuff. So if I'm proud of him, I'm very proud of him.
David is confident his commitment to education is understood by his children.
It serves as inspiration to my kids. That way they can break the barrier and jump a step in career growth. So maybe my kids will, be financially independent, and half the time I would be. That way they face half the challenges I did in my time. And that way, by the time they reach my age, they are truly happy with where they're at instead of trying to figure themselves out like I did 10 years ago.
Congratulations, David Cardenas, 2023 Goodwill Achiever of the Year.